Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I-Man here from the Block Runner, MetaZone, and Rovi, and today we got some at least positive news. We got some bottom signals.
It's not news, technically.
No, it's not definitely not
Just,
news, but it's a signal to
it's just
talk about.
Yeah, it's time to talk. We're deep, as deep theoretically as bear markets get. So it's so deep that there's a pile-on effect from some usual suspects of pile on to the negative sentiment. I don't know why. Either it's because that's what gets the clicks right now, so why not talk as much shit? I think it's a little bit of that, because even we kind of do a little bit of that. It's like everybody wants to see the drama that's unfolding. That's FTX, what's getting the clicks right now. And
crypto collapse.
So
Portugal scores 6-1 against Switzerland.
Yeah, that's verifiable proof where bottom is in.
Yeah.
But that's what we're talking about, right? Is the bottom in? Can it possibly be in? What does that even mean when bottoms hit?
Yeah, and even then,
let's explain market cycles, first of all, for anybody who's new.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of you guys watching probably just entered the crypto space within the last year or two, right?
If you entered the crypto space in the last year or two, you're probably not paying attention to crypto anymore. So those of you who
that's not true. Like, look what happened to us a couple cycles ago. You know, we got in and we stayed in.
Yeah. But
what I'm saying is,
we like the tech, though.
You like the tech.
You got the gold chains, but I'm here for the tech.
I'm here for the tech and just seeing new things unfold. That's definitely the most exciting stuff.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, you're still a market participant, right? So you need to understand how markets work.
Yeah, good point.
So everybody does. So when you're newly exposed, because traditionally most of us we didn't get a chance to participate in stock markets, right? Growing up, we all thought that was a game only for the rich.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that that's what kept me not from participating, right? But when crypto came around, it's like, dude, anybody could play in crypto.
Yeah.
Right? So everybody jumps in, but not everybody's aware of core rules and core tenets and core understandings of how market cycles, come to be. And crypto has a very, very, very interesting behavior pattern to it, because it's very rhythmic.
It's very rhythmic
according to its history, and it's only been around for,
And what's influencing that rhythm is the design of Bitcoin.
Yeah,
it halves every 4 years, and every halvening, the value is perceptibly increasing.
That's true. So up until now, whenever you wanted to consider or speculate on when this overall crypto industry will have its up and down periods, you look at Bitcoin, because it is Big Daddy. Bitcoin, right? It is the dominant force in all this whole market.
Yeah. So
that's what we're going to do right now. Let's take a look at some good old Bitcoin.
So you said let's talk. You wanted to give an example of a cycle, right?
Yeah.
So
if you're looking at this chart, you can pretty much intuitively understand tops and bottoms, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna zoom in here. Okay. So these green lines represent the 4-year halvening. And as you can see, the number goes up, if you zoom out, right?
So for anybody new, what is the halvening?
So the halvening is a 4-year cycle that happens on Bitcoin. Every 4 years, the rewards that miners earn Bitcoin is halved every 4 years.
The emission of the amount of Bitcoin, right?
Yeah. So
in the beginning, it started off, they were just
50.
pumping Bitcoins like fucking crazy back
50 Bitcoins every 10 minutes.
Oh my God. Yeah. And there's not that many people mining back then. So those are your whales of today.
Yeah. So from 2009, when it launched, all the way to this point halvening, every 10 minutes, 50 Bitcoins were minted out of thin air.
Good Lord.
Right? And then after this halvening, 25 Bitcoins were minted every 10 minutes out of thin air.
For 4 years.
For 4 years.
And
then after this, that's 12.5, 6.25 the next 4 years.
So that's where we are right now.
And then the next cycle, which is going to happen in 2024, we're going to be at 3.125 Bitcoin per 10 minutes.
So what does that do? Why did Satoshi and friends implement this automated shortening of supply?
Well, it's an economic decision for, I don't want to say sustainability, but for value perception, so that people have an incentive to mine Bitcoin in the first place.
True.
And so at every halvening point, less Bitcoins gets entered into the economy, and therefore when the supply goes down, the value goes up. And that's why if you do, that's why this rainbow chart is kind of like a good indicator of where the price might be in the future.
Yeah, I guess it's clear. Like we react to scarcity. Like no matter what, when things are scarce, we innately feel more value appreciation for them, right? So that's how we know every 4-year period of the Bitcoin growth cycle, those behavioral psychology is going to rear its face, right? Everyone's going to know, oh shit, now Bitcoin is even more scarce than it was in the last 4 years. So therefore, it's probably going to be more expensive to acquire and, more difficult to obtain.
Yeah.
Very similar to something like a gold, right? Something that is actually finite on this planet, that is valuable and desirable, has a lot of demand for it. The more we extract from the earth of it, the less available, right?
That's right.
Therefore, more valuable perception. So Satoshi and all economists understand this principle, right? So, so we get the fortunate, I guess, position to kind of like leverage that in like understanding this market, these cycles. And up until now, it's been pretty freaking reliable, dude.
It is.
Yeah.
Every halvening event, the number just explodes. And then the cycle
resets.
It resets.
Yeah.
And then another halvening, and then another explosion.
So these are your tops and bottoms, basically.
Right.
Which is pretty obvious, right? Investing is not hard if you understand like a very fundamental principle. You buy low, sell high.
Yeah, and what's hard is that it's easy to look back in time. We're looking at, 12-year history here. And it's easy to see, oh, there's the top and there's the bottom.
Yeah, in hindsight.
Yeah,
right?
It's easy. But when in real time,
that's the
when
hard
you're
part,
sitting there looking at a $20,000 Bitcoin in 2017.
And then everybody around you is telling you, dude, don't sell. It's going to go to 100,000. You're crazy to sell now.
Yeah.
So you don't.
Yeah.
That's the hard part, is not succumbing to like
exterior
market pressures. And allowing your emotions to dictate your action. Like that is the hard part of this.
It happened again, right? Yeah. Predictions when we were around here, it was predicted that Bitcoin would go to 100K because that's what the red sort of indicator said, right? There's a 100K Bitcoin right there, like in red.
Yeah.
And so when it got to 69,000, people was like, it's definitely going to 100K.
Yeah.
And then what happened? It didn't.
Yeah, it did not.
And then it crashed. This is the most epic crash in Bitcoin history.
Yeah, totally outside this blue band, which has only happened, I think, once during COVID. And this is like not even like a drastic drop off. It's just a slow death outside the blue band, which is very unnatural. So this is why it feels like there's got to be some potential chance we're at like a bottom period, right?
Yeah. So. And around this time, I would say January, February, that's when the war started, Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah.
And so clearly that had an impact on Bitcoin.
Well, that, and then, I think the Federal Reserve started, becoming much more aggressive in their
that too.
Constricting of the economic, forces. So we're pretty much forcing a recession now,
It's just a correction. It's a correction from like the macro scale economic system that we're in.
And then, of course, now the most recent of events, the FTX thing. So there's been a lot. Yeah. It's been a painful year so far.
Yeah, it really, I don't think it has ever been this bad in terms of like just the correction, right?
Well, according to this, it has not. Yeah. So, we got some usual suspects now. So what I like to do personally, at being a participant in this market, is try my best to identify when things are in the extremes, right? I like whenever things are going up too much, I like to try and find out. I was like, dude, when are we overexposed? When is the market like over euphoric? Things like this. What are the signals for that?
Yeah.
Usually, during the last cycle it was a lot harder to spot, but things like Elon Musk going on SNL to pump Doge, good signal.
Good top signal.
Yeah, good top signal. Yeah. Things like, what are some other ones, dude?
In the previous cycle, it was like Paris Hilton.
The NFT mania period.
Akon.
Oh, you're talking about 2017?
2017, yeah.
Katy Perry with crypto nails. Yeah. Whenever you see celebrities and you get together at Thanksgiving and everybody's talking crypto.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, explain to me this crypto stuff again. I want to invest.
Explain to me Ethereum Max, son. It's like, okay, that's time to sell.
You hear your relatives get caught into like obvious Ponzi, crypto Ponzi's and stuff like that. That's when you know, like, the market has got like a little bit too much of a control on humanity. Yeah. So a reset is needed. So now people are pissed and they hate crypto with all their vigor. This is what we're looking for as a bottom indicator, right? Like the wisdom of Warren Buffett, right? You buy when there's blood in the streets.
That's right.
And people are straight up bleeding out there, fucking bleeding profusely on these streets. Yeah. You know. So
we're gonna talk about one bottom signal that is pretty clear. So it says this tweet, it says breaking, Jim Cramer urges investors to sell their crypto.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if I can play this, but I'm gonna play like a segment here. Actually,
I don't think we could.
Yeah, we can't really hear it. So but anyway, Jim Cramer, December 5th, 2022, which is today, I believe.
Yesterday.
Yeah. He's talking about basically if you hold Bitcoin, sell it.
Any crypto.
Or any crypto, yeah.
Everything. Just sell it all.
Just sell it all.
Anything digital, no good.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's all go back to paper money.
Yeah.
Basically is what he's saying. You know?
So if, but then in this video, if you wait long enough, and the link will be in the description, it goes back a year, 12/15/2021, and he says, gold sucks, buy Bitcoin.
Yeah. He's like, I've lost all my faith in, you know, legacy money. He's like, this new money is cool though.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, that's a good top signal.
Yeah.
So we're calling it now. This is a good bottom signal. Just inverse Jim Cramer when it comes to anything crypto related.
Yeah.
I think at one point he was also endorsing FTX.
Yeah, he was.
He was.
Yeah.
He had to come out and publicly apologize on behalf of that debacle, I think. Was that him?
Yeah, that's his first mistake that he's ever made, right? I think, in my opinion, he is strategizing here, and I
think I got him mixed up. He did that for Facebook or Meta. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He was pushing the hell out of Meta or Facebook, and then he had to publicly apologize because it's down like 80% now.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's got a reputation, right? I mean, he's an old school Wall Street guy, so people kind of like give him that leeway. Nobody's a freaking oracle in these markets, dude. Nobody knows what's gonna happen, but he's built a brand around this like speculation. So.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, screw him.
Yeah. So this is just one, and there's gonna be a few out there. Another one.
Oh, this is the big one.
Jamie Daimon calls crypto a complete sideshow and says tokens are pet rock.
This is a big one because we know JP Morgan is like deeply embedded in the crypto and Web3 space. They're even in the metaverse, dude.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
a fucking JP Morgan bank in Decentraland. And we've seen this in the past, right?
Yeah.
During like down periods where he's like loading up the bag, he's talking the most shit.
Yeah, that's what, dude. Exactly.
Yeah,
it's a strategy on these guys. And that's the whole point of this video is that you guys have to understand what they're doing.
It's true,
and they're trying to depress the price so they can buy more. I mean, it's standard.
It's a pile-on effect. You know, they're leveraging all the negative sentiment. It's like, oh yeah, everybody's distracted by FTX, and everybody thinks like this is the end of crypto.
Yeah,
let's leverage that. Let's push that narrative with them.
Yeah,
in all of media.
Yeah,
and let's sacrifice, you know, retail's blood for our own gain.
Yep,
and it's gonna work. It always does.
Yeah, and it's important to understand what's happening now because Bitcoin is at a low, depressed price. I mean, it's hard to like look back in the past and see such a opportunity.
It's true. Yeah, like despite everything we're saying, there's probably something still in all of us, like from like a emotional perspective, where we still are a little hesitant.
Yeah.
To buy.
Yeah.
Even now, even though we recognize like, dude, this is as low as it's ever been.
Yeah. I can zoom in here. It's like, here's what we're talking about. Zoom. So here's the likely point in, well, let me refresh. So if we were to make our own predictions here, somewhere around this time frame, which is, let's say 2025.
And this is definitely not a science, by the way.
Yeah, it's definitely not science.
Disclaimer. Like this is, I would hesitate to even call it a prediction. It's just like an assumption.
Yeah. Yeah. So by the start of 2026 could be the next top, right? We're just ballparking here.
Yeah,
right?
We're assuming like based on historical evidence.
Yeah, which is
the understanding of the rhythmic behavioral cycles of Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, and history does not necessarily repeat, by the way. So,
but it often does.
But it rhymes.
Yeah,
it rhymes.
Okay.
So, top Bitcoin price around $400,000 by the end of 2025 or 2026, right?
Wait. 2025, right? Yeah, the end of 2025.
Yeah, so around 2026.
Start of 2026. Okay.
All right, so that's the top, right? And here at the bottom, we're assuming this is the bottom, we're looking at a $17,000 Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
So if you buy now, you're looking at 40x returns.
Well, that's assuming again, like you hit the top band, which it's never have.
Yeah,
like it's never hit that top band of that red, even though it likes to hit the bottom of the blue bands.
Yeah, right.
It really likes to depress. It doesn't like to impress.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's Bitcoin, and I feel like over time it's going to get less and less flashy. It's going to become. At some point, Bitcoin's going to become totally boomer.
Which is why
probably once we're old men.
Yeah.
Our kids are gonna be like, dude, you guys are lame.
Yeah.
You own Bitcoin. It's freaking boring.
Yeah.
They're gonna be speculating on
$10 million Bitcoin. You only own a few of those, Dad?
Yeah, lame, dude.
Yeah.
You fucking suck.
Yeah.
Screw you, Dad. I don't know.
And also the rainbow chart also shows the I guess the compression of where the potential price is gonna be.
Yeah, it's true. It definitely gets more
narrow.
It gets extra narrow towards the 2030s and 40s.
Yeah, so 2040, we're looking at a top price of $1 million.
Does that say, what the
$10
fuck?
million.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, ooh, okay.
So that's 15 years from now, dude.
You think we'll still be like making podcasts by then?
Shit, I don't know. Can you imagine looking back 15-year YouTube videos?
That would be wild. If that ever happens, dude, clip this.
Yeah.
Like Javier's still like our editor. It's like, dude, go back in the archives, dude, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Find this clip. That's going to be crazy.
Oh, man. So I was going somewhere with this prediction here, but.
Well.
Yeah.
It's just.
You guys get the ideas. Like.
Yeah.
Buy low, sell high. Commit to that strategy.
I think so. And also don't get over like. What's the word? Don't get consumed by the idea of trying to catch like the perfect price. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, dude, I have to get the absolute bottom price for it.
That's where I was going.
20 years from now, when things are $10 million Bitcoin,
yeah,
you think you're gonna care? It's like, damn it, I should have bought like the Bitcoin at 15K instead of 17K.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean? It doesn't matter.
That's exactly where I was gonna go. So here at $17,000 Bitcoin, it goes down to 14,000 at the ultimate bottom.
Yeah,
it's negligible difference.
Yeah, like if some people get stuck and committed to that idea or that strategy, and you completely miss the whole opportunity to buy because you're waiting for it to get down to there.
Yeah, and then it gets to like 20,000 from here.
And then 17. It's like, oh, I can't buy it now.
Yeah.
It's like I I could have got it at 17. Why would I buy it at 20?
Yeah. And then before you know it's like 30. Yeah.
And then it's over.
Yep.
So this is like it's basically us just regurgitating our experience at this point, right? We've been burnt, and we've been what's the opposite of burnt?
Blessed.
We've been burnt and blessed by this market, right?
Yeah.
So we've been through a lot, so we understand the ins and outs, but we still get fucking wrecked.
Yeah,
periodically.
I mean, even at $69,000, it was like, hold steady, boys.
Exactly.
We're about to hit.
Yep. Yeah. So.
Yeah,
that's it. Just
that's it.
We're gonna keep our eyes on the markets. Of course, there's always good fundamentals like happening throughout, and crypto are not pet rocks. According, ignore Jamie Daimon.
Yeah,
we've already established this is a strategy, right? So,
yeah. The other thing to show here is look at the volume here. Let me see if I can zoom in. You see this little red peak, right? That red peak. Yeah. Is the biggest peak we've ever had.
Yeah.
In Bitcoin.
What do you think that means?
So either we have a lot of people completely selling Bitcoin right here, or a lot of people, well, actually, they are selling Bitcoin.
Well, I think that implies there's not just selling, it's also buying.
Yeah, it's also buying. You're right.
And the fact that there wasn't as dramatic of a price drop off with that much volume indicates.
Exactly.
Probably more supporting evidence we're at a bottom. There's more people willing to buy
100%
with this much down pressure at this price, right? So 100%. This is a good confirmation. Supporting evidence for this thesis. Like we're at bottom point, right? Yes. So it doesn't mean like only up from here. Like we could still crab for like who knows how long.
Yeah.
But I think it's safe to assume we're not going to go too much lower than this. But that's not a prediction or financial advice. That's just my gut instinct.
Dude, I totally agree, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. So we have supporting evidence to suggest this is the bottom. This is definitely not financial advice. However, we like talking about the cycles and where things might go because it's fun predicting and being wrong generally.
Yeah, we're never gonna draw meme lines like ever again.
Oh, what are you talking about, dude? All I gotta do is press this button, and if it works,
it's not working. Good though. Let's not reactivate those.
No,
memes.
I gotta see the. Come on, dude.
Dude, it's not gonna work.
Let me refresh. It has to work.
You want everyone to see like our horrible predictions?
Look at this.
God, dude, what a mess.
This is somebody working, dude. Somebody's working here.
Dude, look how wrong that is. Oh, no,
yeah, I had predictions at $288,000 Bitcoin.
Yes, you did. You were so sure of it too. That's the most funny part. I wish somebody could go back and find that. It's like it's absolutely coming. Like holy shit.
You're not wrong, Will. You're just off.
I'm just late. I'm just late prediction or early predictor.
Yeah.
So
overly enthused.
Yeah, look at these fucking rockets. That never happened.
Yeah, so this is proof that definitely we're not giving out investment advice because
because
you wouldn't want to take it anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
This is all for fun.
Yeah, that's it. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Follow us on Twitter at the Blockrunner, at Meadows on IO, and at Roby AI, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Peace.